especially like with everything going on today, like who is Henry B. Styles? Like who are you?
Okay, Henry B. Styles, I'm a singer, songwriter, rapper, all about love, peace, unity, women's empowerment. I'm all about living in my truth, speaking my truth, and, just motivating other people to do the same thing for real.
Yeah, I feel like just hearing you say that, and I've listened to other interviews and just everything. I feel like it's you, and then your music reflects that. I know you just released like a new recent single, "High Now." Is this like a one-off piece, or is it leading into a larger project like an EP or album? What's anything you can give us that we can expect coming up soon?
Definitely more music. Definitely more music.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm gonna say. More music. Yeah, I'm trying to be more consistent with putting things, music out instead of like, holding it all in.
Yeah, just everything. How are you like keeping your soul and your art like prospering?
Praying, meditating, reading my Bible,
Yeah.
writing, listening to music, stepping away from the internet because like I feel like we're all overwhelmed.
Yeah.
And also just watching my favorite show, Riverdale. Riverdale, to be exact.
I've heard of it, but I haven't watched it yet. So you stand by it?
Please watch it.
Okay.
Binge watch, please.
Which you touched on, like stepping away from social media is important. But okay, as an artist, as you know, like social media can be a tool. How have you been like stepping away, but then coming back, whether it's giving motivation, whether it's dropping music, like how have you just been balancing that aspect for your mental, like some artists, I've seen some artists that are on their daily, whether that's marketing, whether that's just trying to encourage, but there's some people who have just went completely gone. So I'm just wondering, just like you as an artist per se in that limelight, how have you been balancing, keeping your audience like engaged, but then also just taking care of Henry, right?
Like you said, it's a balance thing because it's a balance. It's a balance, to be honest. Like I try not to be on it too much because it can be a distraction. Like, I don't know. I just have my days for real. Like when I feel like I need to say something, I'll do it. And when I feel like I need to step away, I do that. Yeah.
Riverdale. Okay. Well, let's get to you. So correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm gonna try to say this right. Henriette, right?
Perfect.
Okay.
If you said Henrietta, it would have been a problem.
No, girl, no, I don't see an A. Like I was like, I think I got it right, but I had to make sure. I found this excerpt from your 111 interview where you mentioned how a close friend JD, he helped give you a push, and he said you need to take care of yourself seriously. I mean, take yourself seriously, and if you don't, no one's gonna take you seriously. So I think that was a milestone, obviously, for you, but I think I could be assuming. I think that was like an external push because you had already written words down for a song before then. So my question is like internally, what was a moment within yourself you were like, even if you didn't know you were about to be Henry B. Styles, the singer, the rapper, what made you like start writing or just start just like spitting,
What made me start writing was one, the love I had for music growing up, but also just a lot of people don't know that growing up, I had trouble with articulating myself and my ideas and stuff like that, and that's when I started writing.
Yeah.
Like I remember vividly one time I was probably like elementary school. I did something. I don't think I did anything bad, but like I couldn't apologize to my parents verbally. So I was like, you know what? Let me write them a letter. So I wrote them a letter and they were like, oh, okay, we forgive you. And since then I just started writing. I loved writing stories, and yeah, that's really where it started.
I feel that.
So I'm just now starting to like really express myself to people. So it's work. It's work.
We talked about writing. When was like the first moments you started like recording? like recording your voice? It doesn't even have to be like a full song, but just kind of like what you said, practicing expressing it verbally and then also recording.
Like professionally recording or just,
I feel like both, because I feel like to get to the professional part, you kind of gotta like practice, or like for me, I have to like see myself. Even I'm alone, like I'll practice for this interview. Literally sitting on Zoom practicing by myself to get here. So, like,
Yup. Okay. we definitely here with it. I feel you, because even before like this whole interview, I was like, let me just talk to myself and see, what I could say. But I started recording myself probably in like middle school. And I, had the iPhone, used my voice memos because, I was broke. I didn't have a job.
Girl.
My mom, working 2-3 jobs, so she had other things to worry about. So I used my voice memos and just started recording like demo tracks. And it really started from there. And I started professionally recording last year.
Okay. That's actually cool to know, because I mean, obviously I don't know the timeline of everything. Who does, except you? But I feel like you've heard this, and I've heard it in different interviews, like your sound, and I guess like the production behind your sound, I wouldn't have guessed just like last year that you started recording. But I think it goes back into like, even with your voice memo, you've been kind of basically practicing this recording, this expression. So that's really cool. And you do not have to explain the voice memo stuff. Only now do I feel like, oh, I got equipment to do things with quality, right? And I think that's important for people to realize. You don't always have to start with the most expensive equipment, or you just got
big facts. Big facts. Like now, I don't know, like I'm trying to get into recording myself. I just downloaded GarageBand.
Yeah.
Because my dad has always been like, you need to learn how to, engineer and produce, because you don't want to depend on people. And like, I used to be like, okay, but now I see what he means. And I'm like, all right. It's therapeutic though, low key, but it's kind of a little frustrating. It's a little frustrating.
That, especially with like, I don't know, you can confirm, but I feel like coronavirus as well has like pushed you. We're all home, locked up. Not everybody is available, like our resources. So the fact that your dad has influenced you, but then I know that probably has been like, okay, let me download GarageBand, let me do this myself. Yeah. But even with the frustrating part, as an artist, I feel like there's a lot of things you have to teach yourself. So you have your talent, right? You have your music, you have your voice. But the point about teaching yourself a little bit of production or mixing and mastering, I guess what's been like a current obstacle within that? And how you've been getting through that, I guess, is the...
Okay, so I would probably say like knowing what I want. Well, sound-wise, beat-wise, because I feel like it's really easy to get influenced by other people's opinions.
Yes.
So it's like, I feel like as an artist, you should know exactly what you want.
Yeah. And I've heard you touch on like being experimental. So like, do you feel like you have explored enough and now you're like, let me focus on what I want, what I know? Or are you still kind of in that, like stage, but you're just like, let me master a sound that I like? Like, are you still like experimenting more? Or are you kind of like, I've heard this quote here, this will help with this. It's kind of like you can be jack of all trades, right? But once you get there, what do you want to be known for? So like, where are you at with that whole?
I'm still finding that out. So I'm still playing with sounds, and I'm still playing. I'm still experimenting. Everyone's like, you need to find that sound. And I'm like, I don't know what my sound is. Yeah. I'm always compared to like Erykah Badu. Sometimes I hear it, sometimes I don't. I don't want to be boxed in. You know what I'm saying? I just don't want to be boxed
in. Yeah, don't confine yourself to a box. I think that's like, especially as a young artist, myself included, I think that's one of the worst things we can do. It'll come, and I feel like at the end of the day, the outcome of the song, of the album, of whatever project you're working on, will be able to hear it. So like, yeah, don't box yourself. I feel like that within my own art. She's like, no,
just create whatever you feel.
So you touched on your mom, and you touched on like just like the tools you had when you were younger, touched on your dad. This is leading into like your background. So like, I'm honestly just learning about my ethnic background due to Ancestry. Shout out to them. So I'm from the Eastern.
Where you from?
Okay, so literally just a week ago, I got my results back, and it's 38% Cameroon, and then it was like 37 Nigerian. So those two.
Oh, that's a powerful mix. Okay, I love both.
I'm literally, I know so
Boyfriend,
many.
he's from Cameroon, and I love Nigerians. So
My best friend is a Nigerian, so it's just like when I found out, I was like, "Yo, what's up, fam?" Like I was like, I need to know more. But enough about me. I'm interested to know and hear more about like your background and how that has like influenced you as a person into an artist.
Okay. So I'm of Guinean descent, and like there aren't a lot of, I don't know too many Guineans personally.
I don't, yeah.
So exactly, like it's so that inspires me to, be great. Especially the music industry, you see a lot of like Nigerian artists and like, African American artists, but you don't really see like, Guineans.
Yeah.
So I feel like this is almost like, okay, well, I'm coming for my spot. You feel me? Yeah. And also like just being a Guinean, like speaking from my family experience and, my family as a whole, we don't have that many like people who are, great. Yeah. So it makes me want to be the start of a ripple effect, so that when I have kids, they can do whatever they want to do, and then their kids can do the same. And yeah, and just seeing my mom, work 2-3 jobs, it inspires me to do my best so that she doesn't have to work anymore.
Girl, yes, I feel that. So okay, question. Were your parents like born and raised here, or did they migrate here?
They migrated here.
Okay, so really, yeah.
It's a complicated ass story because I would have been born there, and we can get deep into that. Like my aunt, she was the first lady, in Guinea. So yeah, rest in her. I know I was named after her as well, but they came here, had me and my brother here, and so I don't really know my roots like that for real. I want to go back though.
That's what I was gonna ask. I was gonna say, whenever you get the chance, are you like excited? Are you gonna go running to go over there and visit?
I don't know about running,
but
because anytime I tell my dad, "Oh, I'm gonna come visit," he's like, "Not right now." Okay. It's a little crazy back there, but
no, yeah. That I mean, when I asked you that in my head, as soon as you was like, "I don't know about running," I was like, "Okay, yeah." Okay.
I don't know about that one.
Your dad, he's currently over there? Okay. Interesting.
Girl, my backstory gets real complicated. That could be a story for another day.
I was gonna say, you mentioned like you want to be transparent in your music. You that. So like for the people out there, whether it's a young artist, a young girl that's not even into art, but just in anything she wants to do you have any advice for like stepping into like getting outside of your head and stepping into whatever it is that you want to encounter, and kind of like any advice about being transparent? Because I know it can be hard, especially when you have truth that not everybody's gonna like. So
that's a big factor. Like for you, I would definitely say, I would say, don't knock it till you try it. I feel like too often we're afraid of fear, and it's just like you just have to do it because you don't know until you try. Yeah. Also, with being transparent, someone somewhere is gonna understand your story. Someone's gonna relate some way, somehow. So just don't be afraid. Yeah. And that's what I myself.
Thinking of that, like thinking about your music. So all right. So I don't know if you remember, but I wrote that like little snippet, like the review, when you dropped your piece last what was it, last year, I believe. And my favorites are Talk Your Shit with Al Mojo and and That Bitch. Like I was literally listening to those two this morning over and over, getting ready for this. So like your music is, I feel like mine, maybe a bunch of girls, maybe dudes, I don't know, inner ego, right? The whole EP is called Alter Ego. So I just feel like your music represents that transparency and that like confidence to be of your truth. I was gonna say you know, as fans, as people, listeners listening to your music, we can relate to
Mhm.
it. But I don't know, I just got curious hearing you talk. Like, is there anyone? So I hope you receive positive feedback, probably so, from your supporters.
Mhm.
But is there anyone, since you have like dropped music, like they're listening to a song and they just feel away? Like, do you experience that? Like anyone
Like
negatively
like
being
feel away like in a negative way.
like, I guess like close ones. Like I haven't listened to every song, but from the songs I have listened to, you're speaking truth. So I don't know if there's anyone that has like, okay, this is, I'll relate in this way. There's like different pieces that I want to paint, right? And I also
Mhm.
write as well.
Mhm.
I'm now in the stage of combining photography, writing, and painting. But there's a lot of things that I need to say or I need to get out or that I'm going to paint that not everyone is gonna like. Like it's not
Okay.
directly coming to them, but if the shoe fits, it's kind of like that. So I guess within your music, that's the point. It's like, are there people out there where it's like the shoe fits and they're close ones and they can't really, they don't want to handle that, but you're not even coming for them.
Um,
Like,
not really, but I want to say soon.
mm-hmm.
I say music that I will release soon will probably have some people in their feelings because
Hey,
but for the most part, no,
okay,
no.
good. I'm glad. It's like, I didn't like, I didn't like imagine someone coming at you and be like, Henry B, I didn't fuck with this lyric or something, but you never know. I was like, you're
That's true. You do never know. People love to take little things and run with it.
exactly. So I was like sitting here, I'm like, I'm curious because you're really what I love, like even if you, because I mean, as a human being, sometimes we struggle, like you said, with fear. It sounds like you're fully stepping into your calling and you're like, no, I'm going for it. I'm speaking my truth. But some people at the end of the day, whether it's for a minute, 5 minutes, a day, a week, like we struggle sometimes to like get over ourselves, get out of our head, don't care what people think, to like say our truth. So I was just sitting here just like, your music says truth. Like I feel like in every song I've heard. So I was wondering.
Oh yes. I mean, I try my best to do that. Like, I mean, I'm not about to sit here and be like, oh well, I'm 100% confident because I have my days where I'm still in my head and I'm still like, even before this interview, I was like, oh my gosh, like she wants to interview me. Like, I'm nervous. I'm like, listen, I have a pep talk because it's surreal sometimes. But when it comes to my music, like I just have to be
You
100% true to
yeah.
what I believe.
And that's gonna like just elevate you in all realms, I feel like, with your music. Like, so shout out to you. And to relate to you, it's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, like, I just feel like, there's a journey and everyone gets put on when it's time. And just
Mm-hmm.
from literally discovering you like through social media last year, I've seen a difference. And I feel like you know the difference in your own music. So it's just like,
Mm-hmm.
just continue. Like, and we're here watching, the DMV's here watching. So,
We ain't stopped. I feel like soon the DMV is really gonna we about to shake some shit up.
yeah.
Like I'm excited.
There's so much talent here. Like, there's just so
So
much talent. But from being
mm-hmm.
an outsider that has like come into like DC, PG County, there's a lot of like, I don't want to say it, but competition or just like people trying to put themselves on. My role is to
Mm-hmm.
like connect you with whoever wouldn't have like come across you before. So like, and your fucking music, like it just stands. So I'm just like excited. I'm honestly excited to see the feedback and the outcome from this interview. And like you said,
Thank you.
it can be nerve wracking. Like I have this series, girl. I'm sitting here like, you breathe. It's gonna be okay. Praying to God, like let this go good. And every time it's just like, it's a good thing that comes out of it. So again, I'm just excited and I'm happy that you were on here and you got over that like little hump in your head. Like I feel like
No, thank you. You're great. No, like I feel comfortable. I'm like, all right, my nerves are gone. My nerves are gone.
And I feel the same. Like as soon as you just got on, I was like, okay, like it's chill. So everyone out there, like get out your head. I think that's the theme of this: get out your head and just encounter. But okay, with everything going on in the world, nationally, especially like you're in DC currently, or where
Yeah. Well, Silver Spring,
okay.
Maryland.
Still, you're
yeah, border.
Have you like been out to the protests or anything?
Yup. I think I went on. I think it was like Tuesday. Girl,
Like, how was Tuesday for you?
It was eye-opening. It was empowering because it's like we all have a voice. Like I remember, you know, leading chants as well and just feeling that, not feeling that anger, you know. I was just like, like, and seeing them, those feds, you know, just, they were just doing too much. And it's like, everyone was peaceful.
Yeah.
Everyone. And there was a certain point in time where they started like tear gassing and like throwing the smoke bombs.
Mm-hmm.
And wow, like they're really provoking.
To be there, yeah, to see.
It's always them. It's always them provoking. And I'm like, bruh. But I was glad to be there. And like, even with the Twitter videos, that's why I said I had to just, you know, step back from social media, because videos are triggering.
Yeah.
They're triggering as fuck. And it's like, but I feel like change is gonna.
What'd you say? It's gonna what?
Change is gonna come. Change is gonna come. I know. I feel it. We all just have to, you know, continue to spread awareness. Continue to do art, protest, even having just simple conversation with our family members. Like I was having a conversation with my brother, and I was like, "It's important for you to vote. You know, your voice matters."
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think that is important. Already you've been out there, right? You were out protesting, and I liked hearing you say, like, you were chanting. I have not done that yet. But
mind you, I was kind of scared, but you know, my little squeaky voice, I was like, "Oh, fuck it." I was like, let me just.
Well, I think actually you pretty much answered the question, and I like how you're like, because that's the thing, being like scared and fearful to like be the one, not just out there protesting, but like using your voice. So honestly, you answered the question. I love hearing you say that, because I don't know, being out there, I didn't see anyone I knew, not that you have to, but it's inspiring. It's inspiring. Your voice is your gift, and you're using it. So thank you. I'm just like, thank you for that.
No, thank you. This was great. Yeah. I feel good. I feel great. No, I feel really good.
Honestly, I connect with you. I feel like not a lot of artists try to like say their connection to God or just religion. And honestly, I'm religious, but I'm way more spiritual. Like my connection with him, the relationship I have with him is like here. So to hear you even pop on here and start off with that, I've heard in different interviews, I'm just like, it's neat, because I feel like a lot of people are like, I don't know, they care too much about how people are going to perceive them. But I'm like, you obviously know what he does for you. And I feel like.
Yeah. And I will continue to give thanks until I'm gone, because God has worked, you know, in numerous ways in my life. Like I don't tell a lot of people this, but like I used to be depressed as fuck, and like end of middle school, early high school, and God and music is what has got me through everything. Yeah. So
I'm glad
I will continue to be like God. That he's at the core of everything.
That's exactly how I feel when you just said I'm gonna continue to be like God. All right, before we get off, it all goes back to God. So it's just like he brought us together. I am thankful for this.
Divine timing.
The timing. All right, I'm gonna let you go, and thank you again.
No, thank you.
Okay. Bye, girl. Thank you.